Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What I'm trying to do here, let me close this freak booty ass up, is how I want to start this thing is, first I want to say good morning to everybody, of course. Uh, Give me a second, give me 1 second. La, come here for 1 second. Yes, everybody start coming in. Notice it's not wine, so don't judge me. Can you hand me my lighter? I'm gonna try to wait for a little bit more people to come on. So y'all know what is hitting for today. Yes, her niece, she's back by popular demand. Good morning. Hey. So my partner not gonna be here today on this one. He's with me on everything else. He's not here today. Look on the table. Cause this one's a bit personal for me, and I need to. If you see my matches over there, it's fine. I don't know. Flick it. I don't think that worked. Let me say, It was just on the bed. See how the devil work? I was just trying to sage. So, alright, shut that for me, thanks. Alright, so basically what I'm trying to do is sage my space. Sage my space and, clear the area, clear my mind. To make sure that I'm getting a message out that needs to be put out, I don't want to give you guys the wrong impression of who I am or what I'm into. So I'm saging. That way I'll give a positive message. I'll be turned up sometimes, but it's in a good heart. I don't mean no harm. You did. Alright, for those who are watching, for those who are not. Alright, here's where I'm gonna start this thing at. It's too hot. I don't like being hot. It's out. I've been going through some things mentally on this journey of mine, I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. So I got to clean my area and then I had to stimulate my mind, man. Today, basically, what I want to touch base on is where I've been, what I went through, and where I'm going. Basically, that's the gist of it. I wanted to start by saying the other day I had got like some downloads, and I'm like, why does God want me to? But it meant a lot, right? I'm gonna tell you what he told me. What he told me was, they're not gonna understand what your job is, but you do, right? They're not gonna have any understanding of what position I put you in, and you have to completely execute it, and understand your assignment. So I was just, as the downloads were coming, I was just jotting things down, and I'm, trying to figure out where to go with this, right? I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown of the things I've been through from day one up until now. Just a quick breakdown. We're not even gonna make this long drawn out. I went from losing 2 kids, one to the state and one to an abortion when I was about 16. It was not on me. I was forced to do that. That really did something to me. That started the whole mental bondage thing for me. I went through being given away at a young age. I was about 6 months. I went from, hopping around, family members, they, whatever. And until somebody took the time out to really want to invest in my growth. I was put in the system. I was placed around on different facilities. And so I was genuinely groomed to be a state, to be prepared to be in state, whether it be prison, whether it be a mental hospital, whether it be, whatever. They were grooming me. And this was the state grooming me. This is, because they took me from, what they said was not good for me and put me at another place that was not good for me either. And told me that I would be cool. I went from a situation where there was no love growing up. Everything, I guess it was too many people around. I don't know. I just never been a type where I remember getting hugs and kisses and told I love yous. I don't remember none of that. If it did occur, I couldn't tell you. I promise I couldn't. I never heard the I'm proud of yous growing up. I never heard the I never heard let me get a hug. That wasn't, it wasn't written for me, I guess. I went from being molested by several people to being molested and getting pregnant with a kid. I didn't want to kill my kid. I kept my kid. Sad shit is, you would think by me keeping my kid, he would love me to the moon and back. Me and my son have a very hard communication. Like, we cannot communicate to save our lives. No matter how much I try to explain to him that it wasn't me, like, he's being told one thing and I'm telling him the truth because I'm the horse and it's coming from my mouth, and it's but so much you can really do. All right, boom, life goes on. I had a baby at a young age. I couldn't tell you what childhood was like. I couldn't tell you what being a kid is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Right? I'm gonna check this out. So I went from not really having that childhood, not really having a bunch of stuff happening for me, right, to having my own kids. I didn't know my parents at a young age. Now I do. My father, he's definitely active. And my mother's deceased. The moment that I did get a chance to build with my mom, she passed away on me, And of course, I regret that, like, dearly, because forgiveness is a given. Forgiveness is a must. You understand me? But now, every day of my life, I try to build a bond between me and my father. Right, wrong, and different. He's mine, I was into the street life when I was a kid. I didn't have no sense of direction, no parents, no nothing. I was alcoholic at the age of 14. My mother would see me and be like, why do you have that bottle? I'm like, Mom, this bottle empty. Turn around, go in the refrigerator. She's like, you got another bottle in your back pocket. Because I didn't know how to cope at that time. I wasn't prepared for this journey that God has got me on. I wasn't prepared for none of that. Of course, I wasn't prepared for all the dilemma and all the turmoil I went through. But I just wasn't prepared for that. So I was in the street life. I was fighting. I was stabbing motherfuckers. I was drunk. Man, listen, baby. Motherfuckers in the hood would pay me to bust a bitch ass. You did. Like, and it's real. And I was only about 14, 15, but they probably thought I was 21, 22. But I was moving like a grown-ass G at that very young age. I had low self-esteem, so this is where the drinking and the shit came in. I did not know then how much to appreciate myself. I did not know then that I mattered. So I'm doing shit to fit in. I'm drinking, I'm partying, I'm selling drugs, I'm just doing dumb shit to find my way, right? So forth. I get in trouble, getting some bullshit. This is still in the teens. I'm in the teens. I get in trouble with some bullshit that sends me straight to Clinton. Straight to Clinton. My first plea bargain was 25 years. But I had not been in trouble as an adult, so I was confused. When you're 18, you're considered, legal. I had not been in trouble. I had just turned 18. And these motherfuckers offered me 25 years. Yes, they did. And me being a G that I am, I'm not taking that. You mama go ahead and talk back to the judge, because that's not what I'm off. She came back to my 15. 15? Bitch, you act like you did something. Bitch, if you don't, I said, who you working for, them or me? Don't act like you did me no favors. Nobody got killed. Nobody got hurt. And I was just I'm like, these motherfuckers trying to bury my black ass. 18 years old. 19. They kept me in the county for several months. 24 months. Before I can go to prison. Because all my co-defendants turned states on me. So I had to wait for them to be sentenced. For me to get sentenced. For me to get shipped out. Anybody that know that been down, they know I ain't lying. I don't have to lie. To lie to a motherfucker mean I'm scared of you. And I ain't too scared of too much of nothing. You know what I mean? I went from prison, fighting, and trying to find my way in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, came home on parole. I'm still locked up. Still in the cage. Still, I'm released, but in my head, I'm in jail. I'm released, though, And then I find myself in a damn marriage right after being released from jail. So now I'm on parole and I'm married. Because I'm making it short, so I'm not going to get into no drawn out details. But I'm married. And I'm married to an alcoholic. Okay? And it was cool at first, Of course, everything, the representative was there. It wasn't the original nigga. Okay? It was the representative. So he was beating on my ass, cheating, lying, stealing, conniving. I went through a lot with this motherfucker. You hear me now? And my mom would say, you can beat him. Bust his motherfucking ass. You're allowing him to hurt you. And see, the realness in me is this, right? I could have beat him. I could have. I didn't want to. Because when you love somebody, you don't physically want to do them harm. I don't know how everybody else move, but if I care about you and I call you my friend, or if I say I love you, why would I want to physically do you harm? That's not even realistic. Like, but I guess that's the difference between me and another motherfucker. Again, me being in that marriage, it sunk me to a low depression. I mean, I was gaining weight rapidly. Like, I'm the type of person, I get depressed and I binge eat. I binge smoke. So smoking already make you have the munchies. I binge eat. I gained all this weight. I lost sight of who the fuck I was. And my mom would come to me and she would cry to me like, this is not you. You stop dressing. You stop doing. Because of him, you need to let him go. Like, she did not want me with this man. All right? So forth. All the domestic violence. Bills is piling up. Don't know how I'm going to feed the kids. Rent due. You know what I mean? We're not going to act like this shit don't happen to people, because it does. And I'm not afraid to tell you the struggles I've been through. I'm going to tell you why I'm not afraid to tell you the shit I've been through, right? I'm going to tell you I ain't done yet. So I've been, around motherfuckers never liked me. They laughed at me, talked down on me. I even lost my mother and my brother. Death, you understand? Heartbreaks, I lost family members, not due to death, but just due to differences. They didn't agree, I didn't agree, and we wasn't going to agree to disagree. And then by that point, it's time for me to walk the fuck off, okay? And so forth. But what God wanted me to tell y'all is this. Did you hear every fucking thing I just went through? Everything I went through, he wanted me to explain this. I am the very first person in my family, right? Come on with me, to heal from childhood trauma. Okay? I am the first motherfucker in my family, right? That I'm a walking testimony. That I take everything I've been through and I turn that shit into a bag. I don't sit around and waddle in the bullshit. I am the first motherfucker in my family that is healing from childhood trauma. Get where I'm going with that. Understand? That even though I went through all of that shit, he wanted me to tell you that healing can be done. It's not impossible. Okay? It just takes a strong individual to be able to take all that shit, eat that shit breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and keep it moving. Okay? What you guys see now, a lot of people say to me, oh, you don't look like what you've been through. I'm not supposed to. Okay, because you see the strength in that. You see the light in that. You didn't see the process. Okay? It took me a while to figure this thing out. A while. I was crushed. I had no understanding of where my life was going. How do I deal with all of this shit that happened to me? Why me? I'm pissed. Because I'm like, damn. God said, baby. Now ain't time to fumble the bag. He said, your role is to show them that it is possible to heal in spite of everything life throws at you. You can still stand up. It could still be a victory. You understand me? You just have to chime in to your strengths and strengthen them even more. He said, you have to first start, right? Because what worked for me may not work for y'all. But I am the first of my generation, of my family. I ain't talking about nobody else's family that have healed from childhood trauma, right? And then turned it into a bag. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mend. I'm trying to give hope to those that feel like there is none. Baby, listen. Come here. Come on. Y'all, I need y'all to come a little closer. It can happen. You just have to believe. You have to let go. And you really have to let God, right? What worked for me was prayer, meditation, right? Keeping good people around. It's nothing wrong with having a support system. It's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't let nobody tell you it is. Because it's not. If you don't know something, I've always been taught, no question is a dumbass question. It's not. If you don't know, you ask. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like, I've healed. I've healed. If you need help healing, holla at me. Inbox always open. Comments always open. How did I do it? God. You know, in spite of the higher power, y'all. That's how I did it. Because it was days that I was like, hang it up. But I said, that's weak. I just couldn't do it. It was just too weak. It was the easy way out. I couldn't do it. So, different occasions, different things started happening. And I started utilizing everything around me. I said, why am I sad? It already happened. And then when I started coming out with it, right? When everything started hitting the fan and those individuals that I knew had abused me and had done me wrong, and I brought it to the forefront, right? This is when I really knew I had to fucking heal. I brought it to the forefront and I'm just explaining to this person. I'm like, this is what you did to me. You know what this motherfucker gonna say to me? Why? I don't remember that. The fact that I live every day in turmoil over some shit somebody else did to me and they don't even fucking remember? Oh, I was tight. Like, that was like a fucking slap in the face to me. Oh, because it was nothing to you. It was everything to me. Everything that was thrown at me to break me, to fucking make me surrender, to make me drop to my motherfucking knees, only make me get up. It only made me stronger. See, one thing for certain, two things for sure, baby, I'm cut different. And God crazy about me. He crazy about me. Because if he wasn't, I would look like what I've been through. If he wasn't, I wouldn't be where I am now. Okay? I don't know if y'all familiar. If you are not, I have another story in the paper. Y'all should get it. The newspaper. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm sorry. If y'all can. Because I'm trying to. There you go. So I'm constantly working. I'm constantly working. I'm constantly healing. Every day is a healing process for me. Oh, don't think because I get up here and I smile and I joke and I smoke, bitch, I ain't healing. All this thing is accredited to my healing process. And again, what you guys see, is me healed. Me content with my life, I can accept me now and I'm cool with that. I don't ask why no more. I just say, what you need me to do next, Lord? You understand? Because now I know the whys. I'm past the whys. So how I healed me, and this is just being completely honest. I got the books in today, y'all, too. They are here today. So I wanted to drop a little bit more on what this is about. This is part of my healing right here. You know what I mean? This is part of my healing. I have several copies. So if y'all want your copy, hit my inbox, my Cash App. I'll post the Cash App later. If you want a book, a signed autographed book, I have came a long way. I have. Thank you, friend. I have. And I'm still, I'm not even halfway through my journey. I'm just getting started. I promise you I am. I have books in today. $25 signed, author's signature. I'll even do deliveries if you're local, but that'd be an extra $5. They here, she here. So you want to know the back history behind where I've come from, where I have been, and where I'm going. You definitely want to start with Lil Mama here. You definitely want to start with her, because this here is just a breakdown of how it started, how the all of my things started. I had abandonment issues because I was left, as a kid. I mean, any child that would be detrimental too, period. So we're not gonna sit here, it was fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? To not know who my parents was, if they loved me or not, or you know what I mean? That it was hurtful. But nigga, I made it. What I mean by that was the starting process of my my growth and my healing, is because that little girl that I speak about in this book is where it had to start, right? Because I noticed that I took her with every birthday she was with me, up until the time I was about 31, and I would notice it. And a lot of things, it wasn't working for me in my life because of that. I took the abandonment issues into my relationships. So now I'm possessive. I'm dominating, demasculate. You get what the fuck I'm trying to say. I'm making my niggas feel like they wasn't shit. I couldn't get it out, y'all, but y'all get me. Like, it just wasn't who I see for myself being or becoming. So I had to let her go. She was hurt. She was abused. She was physically, mentally, everything. And until I did that, I could not go further. No matter what I tried to do, God put a stop to it. I was just saying it on my other live before. I said, God is He's gonna send you on a journey, right? And He wants you to use the GPS way. This was my GPS way. He said, you cannot go on without healing. I will not allow you to. You could not stand in your power and say this without healing her. I remember was times where I couldn't tell my story without crying. Now it doesn't bother me much. But with that being said, because it does not bother me as much, right? I'm able to help heal other people, help heal other young girls or whoever, because I've been through hell and back. I've been through hell and back, Lord. It's like, and I could try to give you the techniques that I use in hopes that it'll work for you. So a lot of times I'm so fucked up. I'm always in a crib. I wouldn't go mingle with people. I wouldn't do the normal shit motherfuckers would do, because I was still trying to figure out how to heal me. So I was making dumbass choices, dumbass decisions, just doing stupid shit. But now I learned. So again, you know what I'm saying? It can be done. Be the first to do something for your generation. Be the first to do something for your family. I'm literally out here trying to break generational curses, generational hurt. I'm trying to generate generational wealth. I'm talking like my kids. They gonna remember who grandma is. Like, straight up. I'm not doing this for nothing. So right now, in my process, in my way of what I'm doing in my life, everything that I'm doing, I'm teaching my kids to do. So they won't be delayed. I don't need them delayed. I was delayed. I learned some shit a little late. Was it my fault? Absolutely not. Shit happens. Another thing that is in my book is the fact that I broke down to you guys, but it's more in depth in my book about everything I've been through in that little sector of time as a child, right? And it start with forgiving people. You gotta forgive these people. The day that person said to me they did not remember doing any of those things to me, that fucked me up. I was like, wow, I'm sitting here tormenting myself, and them busted lips and black eyes and being treated like shit meant nothing to this person. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one holding on to shit, huh? So that's how I felt, and that's when the process of my healing started. I said, I can't be in this place all the time. I cannot. I will not. That's not what we doing. Another part of the book was, I told you guys I didn't know my mother growing up. I knew of her. I knew little bits and pieces and stories and etc. about her, but it wasn't a real depth understanding about who she was. I just knew she was fly as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't be more proud to call her my mother. You understand? But the moment that I did get to spend with her, oh man, we was close as hell. In the beginning, we wasn't, because I didn't know her and she didn't know me. Same as my dad. I didn't know him, he didn't know me, and we all about the same kind of motherfucker. Because I got her attitude and I got his attitude. I got her mouth and I got his mouth. I got her energy and I got his energy. So I'm a force to be fucked with. You know what I mean? So it took a while for us to actually come together and know how to deal with each other. You ain't got to beef and we ain't got to be gang robbers. I deal with you how you allow me to deal with you, and you deal with me how I allow you to deal with me. And that's it. Allow. That's what I said, allow. But I felt though like when time went on, I was saddened because I knew my mother had got sick. And because it was so close to her passing away, like, I took too long to forgive her. Don't take too long to forgive your parents. They ain't know. They childhood probably was fucked up too. That's what y'all need to think about. Y'all some selfish motherfuckers. Selfish as fucking hell. Did you ever think this? I mean, just take a moment and think about what your parents went through, what they fucking childhood look like, or what they parents' childhood look like, or why they are the way they are. It's a lot deeper than you. That's another thing to help me heal, because I knew this shit was deeper than me. I said, because the kind of mother I am, I knew for a fact my mom wasn't like that. She did some shit she felt like she was doing some good. She put us with some people that she felt like was, gonna hold it down until she found herself. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like, stop being selfish to y'all parents. Y'all don't have no fucking understanding about what their life was like. And when I did meet my mother and my father, I chose to forgive them. Because I could not go on in my journey, right? God said I couldn't. With that hate and animosity in my heart of not understanding. So when I eventually did talk to my mother and father, both of them was like street runners, diapers kids. Like, I'm like, well, goddamn, I can't expect them to be a parent when they never even fucking had one. They couldn't, not throwing shots at my grandma, because I know she put in the work with my mom. My mom was just rebellious to some extent. You understand? But I know my father was a street runner. I know my father didn't have much of, it's a lot of them. But they all were in diapers. They all were like state kids. So I could understand why he didn't know how to be a dad. He never had one. But am I making excuses for niggas? Hell no. You wanna know why? Because this is another part of me healing a motherfucker. I cannot make the excuses for a motherfucker not knowing how to be a mom or knowing how to be a dad. Because I ain't had neither one of them, bitch, and I kick for mine. So, at the end of the day, even though you don't know, you could learn it. It may take a while, and it's going to be the process. But you have to trust that process. That it could be done. It could be done. You know what I mean? Like, I chose to forgive them. But what I did was I chose too late. I felt like I could have been forgave her. I felt like we could have been had that conversation. And I would have been new. But with my judgmental ass, right? I didn't. I was upset. Why you wasn't there for me? Hey, Miss Mason. Why you wasn't there for me? You understand? Thanks for the support, my love. But it's okay. Because my mom, like, even on her deathbed, she's like, look, because that's the conversation I had to have. I needed these answers. And she told me, like, you wasn't the kid that needed me. You wasn't. She said, you were always 10 steps ahead of the game, even from when you were a little kid. I don't remember her being around, but she has memories of some shit that I know nothing about. And even when we did get back with my mom's, like, we clashed. We were so much alike that we clashed. Like, I left. I left the crib at like 14 and never went back. You know what I'm saying? My lifestyle was different. And I felt like But when she needed me, I was there. I was there every step of the way. Like I went to go see my mom one day at a nursing home. I had on these navy blue, gray, and white Air Maxes. I had just got these bitches too. I was tight. I go to see her. She had a nursing home. As soon as I walk in, we wear the same size shoe. So she was always on shit I wore because I love sneaks. And she like, those sneakers is cute, B, but still. I'm like, these are Air Maxes. She told me, what size are they? They look like my size. I said, they is. So I was like, yo, I'm like, where your hospital slides at? So I took her slides and I left my sneaks. My mom had them sneakers to the day she died. You understand me? And you could not fucking tell her, what up, Miss Russell? You could not fucking tell her that she wasn't lit with these fucking Air Maxes on. But the fact that I could make her little heart just tickle, because, I mean, I could get me another pair of Air Maxes. I can't get another mile. What's up, beautiful? That's my baby right there. I can't get another mom. You know what I'm saying? And I forgave her, though. That was my fucking nigga. Like, my mother spent it's so crazy how God works things out. Because the minute I forgave her, right? And she was in a nursing home, I would go pick her up because I was in college. I had 2 cars, a nice-ass crib. And I would go pick her up every day. And she would come to my house. You know what I mean? And we would kick it. The 1 year, right, before she passed away, my nigga, she was there for every holiday. Every fucking holiday. She sat on that floor and she helped my kids open presents. And, you know, it was like God preparing me, but she also was preparing me. I already knew she was dying. She told me. My mother sat down and she told me, she said, baby, I'm tired. My body can't take it no more. And I've been trying to hang on and I can't. And, of course, it hurt me because I'm like, Mom, like, how am I, you know, how do I explain that shit to my kids? How do I get the strength to even, you know? But I had to respect it. Because my mom had just died 8 fucking times. In a coma 8 fucking times. Anybody would be tired. Like, bitch, just take me, Lord. God damn. You know? Anybody would be tired. So I respected it. So when it did happen, I wasn't saddened. I know it. You better be leaving my house. I don't care. I'm not taking nobody kids to school. I be calling people grandparents and daddies. Shit. It's like, nah, I would take them to school. But, damn, what was I saying? Oh, so she spent every holiday with me. God, you know, I was prepared. So I didn't mourn like, it wasn't like a jerk. Because me and Mom's already had a conversation. She said, baby, she pretty much passed me the fucking baton. Like, your turn type shit. So now she literally left me all the weight that she had took on. Be here for this person. Make sure you call this person. Be over there for that, you know. So now I got to take up what she left off at. I respect it. Because the crazy shit is, God saved me to be strong enough to do that. Everybody can't go through that shit and be strong enough to say, you know what, I got it. I am happy to be as strong as I am. I am happy. Like, you don't understand. I feel like all of that shit I've been through as a kid makes me a fucking problem as an adult. I got through all of that shit as a fucking kid. I don't think I could be dealt with at this point anyway. So, the moral of this is, forgiveness is a must. Healing is a must. God is not going to if you feel like, oh, ain't nothing working out for me. Oh, this ain't. That's because you need to heal. You need to backtrack. Hit them stop signs and them lights and don't try to bust that right and get there quicker. I promise you. Love your parents. You don't get too many of them. You don't get multiple dads or multiple moms. Don't let nobody tell you that bullshit. You get 100 aunts and uncles. You get 100 siblings. But you only get one parent. You get one parent. You know what I mean? And they ain't here for that much long. Motherfuckers is dying every day. Don't wait too long to forgive them. You gotta learn how to forgive people. I had to. Yeah, it hurt it. Hell yeah, it killed my pride. I'm a prideful motherfucker. But it would have even hurt it if I couldn't excel to my next level. It would have hurt it if I was still been stuck in that motherfucking mind state. So no, I am no longer hurting. Shit doesn't bother me as much as it did. Can I say, oh, it's not in my head? Hell yeah, it's in my head. It happened. Am I dabbling in it? Fuck no. But I can do what? Turn my pain into generational wealth. Everything I've been through, God said, baby, your day is done. He said, you're going to get everything you are owed. And they going to sit and watch. Everybody that doubted what you was doing, how things was going to go for you, throwing dark at you, oh, it's this and it's that. I'm going to tell you why they didn't want me to get this book out, right? I'm going to tell you, the devil, he definitely be working. He didn't want me to get this book out because it's a form of healing people, right? So he tried everything in his world to fuck my shit up. Had the original copy, posted all these errors and shit in it. Hell yeah, I was pissed the hell off. But nothing I considered putting in it was in that book, so it had to come down. God said, that ain't what you asked for. He said, I'm going to correct it for you. Next time you pay attention. And that's what I've been doing. Paying attention. Paying attention to people that support you. It's been situations where I didn't went out my way to help a motherfucker. I'm at every event, every recital, every dinner, and then when it comes to them supporting me, I really can't, I can't promise you anything, but I never do people like that. That's why God gonna see to it that I make it where I'm going. Because anytime any one of my friends, partners, business partners, whoever, they come through like, Rod, I need you, I'm coming. Straight up. No questions asked. What you need me to do. That's it. When that shit is not reciprocated, I gotta step off. Because now I think you playing with me. Now I feel like you don't respect who the fuck I am. Okay? That you downplay my motherfucking worth. So instead of me and being in a circle of motherfuckers that really don't respect me, but they are secretly intimidated by my motherfucking growth, okay, I have to step off. God said, I don't have to deal with that shit. I ain't got to put. He said, because where I'm taking you, they ain't even going with you. Because I'm going to give you new people. People that worship you. People that they're going to come to you asking you questions. You understand me? So stand in your power. Don't give up. The plan is to keep going. I know motherfuckers like, oh, I ain't heard from Rod in a minute. Rod ain't been on. Oh, I'm around. Because when you real, you move in silence, baby. I keep telling motherfuckers, I'm gonna let my actions speak for themselves. Because I'm just getting started. So at the end of the day, if you want your journey, you want your path, stay on that shit. Stay on that shit. It's gonna be distractions come your way. It's meant to break you. It's gonna be dilemmas, blocks, moles, mountains. It's supposed to block your shit. You gotta outsmart motherfuckers. If you got a mountain, bitch, you better come with some hiking boots and a rope. Because you going to make it, to where you're going. Because I know I am. In spite of everything I've been through. God said I can. He said, who the fuck are they to tell you it cannot be done? You know what? He said, show them how it's done. Show them how healing generational trauma can change. It makes a big fucking difference. It does. Absolutely it does. Am I upset about any? No, because I'm learning. I'm learning every day. Every fucking day I'm learning. Am I better than anybody? Absolutely not. I just think different. I think different. I move different. So we on two different lanes. Another thing I'm not going to do is make a motherfucker feel like we in competition. I'll be noticing a few things. I just don't say much. I guess I can address it now. Because, if it's on my chest, I'm going to get it off of me. There is no competition when you're not even in the same fucking lane. Okay, this is what I mean by it. If you work at McDonald's, right? And a motherfucker work at Walmart, right? And then you got another motherfucker that work at the courthouse. How are y'all in competition? Y'all don't even do the same shit. It makes no sense. That it doesn't add up. So at the end of the day, I see if you try to compete. I'm in a lane by myself, baby. There is no competing. What up, Mr. Brown? There is no competing when you are in a lane by yourself. Now, I could see, I've had motherfuckers come around me try to steal my ideas. I'm a force to be fucked with. If you've been around me and know how my brain works, that idea you just stole, bitch, just came and gave me 10 more ideas. Don't fucking play with me. Bitch, trying to be rich. And in order to do that, I need 8 streams of income, if not more. But I'm going to be content with the 8. And I'm just getting started. Yeah, that's about right. So I have my CDLs. I'm an author. When you say Lady Rod, you say author behind that shit. I have vendor's license. I have an LLC. I'm a mentor. I'm an advocate. I'm a foster care alumni. I do motivational speaking. I have my own clothing line. I own over 75 logos. I got 2 more books dropping. Just dropped a goofy ass cartoon. Like, you think I'm stopping in? I got a furniture line dropping. I'm just getting started. God said they have dimmed my light long enough. They dim your light long enough. Step out. Pop out. Pull up on them. You dig? Because my time coming. He said just wait your turn. Be patient. Because I'm going to allow them to see you. I'm allowed to see. Let them see you walk across that motherfucking stage with that Emmy. Oh, because I write movies too. Right. Like, I'm going to allow them to witness your fucking power. Because they all doubted you. Then you going to have a bunch of motherfuckers trying to come around you and gain some sense of, what, entitlement? I remember being on this journey by my motherfucking self. I remember you motherfuckers being, okay? And that's what it is. The grind never stops with me. No matter how many times I get knocked the fuck down, all that do is fuel me to go harder. Oh, I ain't see Ra. I'm around, y'all. I'm around. I'm just, brainstorming and doing, getting the blueprints and shit like that together. I'm not gonna stop. I can't. I got little people depending on me, and my goal is I must leave them some shit. Like, I wanted to where my great grands ain't gotta work. That we just run shit. Facts. Sky is the damn limit. It is, and don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Everybody told me I couldn't do it. When that first book dropped, I was so fucking mad because I wrote that by my hand. And then I Google typed it. So, of course, it had some dumb shit in it. And this bitch played with me. She tried to sabotage my book. How do you do that? And you my color. You my people. Man, watch them motherfuckers that's your peoples. Them motherfuckers be out to get you quicker than anybody else. I promise you. Yes, they will. You think they give a fuck about you making it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They be the ones praying on your downfall. At the end of the day. They the ones praying on your downfall. And again, if y'all have not got your book, y'all ain't got your book, hit me in my inbox. I'm doing deliveries and everything because I'm definitely going to be out today. So if you have not got your book, Secrets of a Voiceless Child is based on true events. On my life. I don't want y'all to feel sorry for me. I want you to get the message in it. That's what I wrote it about. Healing me and then getting the message behind everything I said. Yes, I'm coming crazy in the beginning. I'm being disrespectful as hell because they are my feelings. And that's a part of me healing that kid. Straight up. Motherfuckers like, oh, you not upset that somebody gon'... I'm really not. Because you're not going to tell me none of this shit happened to me. You're not going to try to bully me into revising what the fuck I said. I'm not. Did you revise them ass whoopings you gave me? When you beat me with that fucking bat, did you revise that shit? Did you revise the shit when you was fucking me when I was a fucking kid? Did anybody take that motherfucking shit back? I will not take back what I said. That is a part of my healing process and I stand on that shit. And again, if you don't know, you will. When you do cop the book, right? I need everybody to go drop comments under the website. Shit like that. Show love. So that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Anyway, so I got signed copies and I got unsigned copies. If you want a personally signed copy, hit me up. They 25 with the signature, 20 without, and I'm doing deliveries. If I gotta bring that shit to you, that's $5 for gas. Cause my car doesn't run on love. Yep, holla at your girl though. I'm around.